One of the cool things about Navajo Wars is the swings of fortune that can happen in the game. At one point during the Spanish period, I was doing really good, and all I had to do was roll higher than a 1 for an auto victory and move right on to the Mexican period of the game, which I felt like I was in a really good board position to do. Wouldn't you know it, I roll a 1, but only had 2 trade goods, so I couldn't re-roll. So I set up a situation. A few card plays later, I was able to set up a situation to try for the auto victory again. But this time, I gotta roll higher than a 2. What do I roll? I roll a 2. Again, I don't have the trade goods necessary to re-roll. So the game persists. And in the final, I would say, 10 cards of the period, my fortunes took a dive in a major way. And so what ended up happening was the enemy began to hit me pretty hard with some expansion tactics and some subversion tactics, which drained my culture. But then they did some things that pushed their morale way up. It went from being down in the tank to being at a total of 12, and I think I had like 5 military points. So when the Mexican independence card came up and I had to work through the transition, I had just enough culture points because I've been raiding these outposts back and forth over and over again. And so I was able to have enough culture to survive. By one point I had 0 military and 1 culture point when that was done. Very close. I was literally 1 failed raid from losing the game outright and not transitioning into the Mexican period of the game. So really tight one here. Hoping that my misfortunes cease and I'll be able to have a little more luck during the Mexican period. One of the things I'm working on is I'm actually playtesting some variants that I haven't made any agreements with anyone to get these into players' hands yet. They're still just being developed by yours truly. But all I can say for now is it involves a variation to how culture works in the game and just some fresh new concepts. And it really does make for a new game experience in terms of what kind of culture I want to develop, how I use that culture, what I'm going to be doing on the board in conjunction with the developments that I'm creating for the tribe. So it's a pretty cool variant, I think. So once I get it a little bit more developed and set in stone, then I'll do some promo videos and tell you a little bit more about it. But that's what I'm working on. This is Navajo Wars, and obviously this is the game that I designed, and I'm working on it right now just to, because in the meantime I am designing another game, and I've hit a number of roadblocks with it. So I started to work on something with this game in order to create some, or to clear a designer's logjam, if you will, get the creative juices going in another direction and help me solve some problems I'm having with my other design. And so that's why I've kind of turned my attention back to this one here for the last couple of weeks or so. So there you go. That's Navajo Wars, a little look inside what I've been working on with it.